Africa join us for a chat. Mandisa, welcome back to Channel Africa. Pleasure to talk to you. Mandisa, are you there? Okay, I don't think Mandisa can hear me, and I can't hear her. Okay, let's take a break. We'll be back.
Hi there. Do you want to elevate your business and give it a voice in South Africa and Africa as a whole? Well, in that case, let Channel Africa make this a possibility. Channel Africa is willing to advertise your business for as little as 30,000 rands or $1,719.18. To get access to these great rates, send all requests to mokwenata@SABC. That's MOKOENATA@SABC. Channel Africa, the African perspective. The Midnight Snack, 12 to 3 a.m.
Our fitness coach, her name is Yvonne Dimakatso Pasha. How to remain consistent with gyms, Dima, and I'm going to put you on the spot right now. As we are talking, I will send you my picture and I want you to tell me what you think I should work on. Because, you know, when I look at myself, Dima, I think I'm very handsome. I'm so good looking, oh my goodness. Like here at Channel Africa where I work, I think I'm one of the most good looking people ever. Like sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror, I never get used to how good I look. I'm just amazing.
You're okay with the way you're looking. You wish people could run from and now you want to put me on the spot.
Do I need gym?
Yeah. I mean, if you can just consider eating healthy, cutting down a few foodstuffs such as junk.
The Midnight Snack, every Monday, 12 to 3 a.m. with Chanduko Ligege. If it's news and current affairs, leading opinions, and thought leaders that get your groove, this is your home, The Upside.
18 minutes past 3 p.m. in Central African time. We are talking about the 12th European Film Festival as it makes a return to South Africa. I did mention that there are 10 films from across the globe, across Europe in particular, that are going to be capturing the continent's shifting realities and really telling stories in this complex, dynamic world that we find ourselves in. Let's speak to the festival director. Mandisa Zitha is director of the European Film Festival here in South Africa, and she joins me for a chit chat. Welcome, Mandisa. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
You are most welcome. I think I'd like us to start with elaborating on the work of the European Film Festival. It makes a return to South Africa. Tell us about a bit more about the history of this festival.
Thank you. So the festival has been around for 12 years. This is the 12th edition, the one in South Africa. And to my understanding, there's festivals across the continent. And it's just an opportunity for, cross-cultural sharing and experiences through cinema. And what we have presented this year is 10 remarkable films from 10 different European countries, touching on various themes. And really, some of these films are some of the top films from their countries. They're well awarded, they're traveling to other festivals. And it's about building bridges and finding universal themes that resonate with us all across politics, social issues, and personal issues. And the festival will be accompanied by various activities that are happening from various European consulates in the country.
Okay, so there are 10 countries, as I'd mentioned, Mandisa. How do you curate this festival? How do you select the films that reflect the realities of Europe today, but also its connection to the African continent and other parts of the world?
The selection was very interesting because we could only choose one film per country. So it was a bit challenging, but we always are mindful of films that will resonate with local audiences and films that really represent the current zeitgeist of what is happening in Europe. You know, Europe is evolving. There's a lot of changes. There's shifting social and political landscape. There is changing demographics in Europe due to immigration. And even in terms of the environment, there's a lot of changes there. And there's other personal issues that we had to consider, issues around personal transformations and acceptance. There's a big theme, a big thread in our curation this year around family and the notions of family, whether it's chosen family or biological families, and accepting one when one is going through internal and physical transformations.
Right.
Some of these films deal with LGBTQI issues, and I think they will have a great relatability with local audiences.
Okay. Just on that note around relatability, films can be, especially if they're Eurocentric. Do you think that there are specific films, perhaps that you can mention from the 10 that sort of speak the language of the African continent in terms of relatability, perhaps in expansion to what you mentioned around themes of transformation and family? Themes like migration are quite big on the African continent, Mandisa. And a search for identity. So talk to us about some of the titles that are coming through that are really tackling some of those subject matters.
That is a good question because the films are European and they are Eurocentric. And obviously, there's a particular film language that they embody that might not be of an African aesthetic as such when you're thinking about cinema. But the themes, what I appreciate about the themes, I can say, is that they are casting an eye on common issues through a European gaze. And that's what I appreciate, that they are authentic in that regard, you know. It's not Europeans looking into Africa, but it's Europeans looking into themselves, and what we can learn about that point of view.
Of course.
For example, when you're talking about migration, there's a powerful film about that called The Great Yarmouth from Portugal, and it's a UK co-production. And it's set in the context of approaching Brexit in the UK, and it's the experiences of Portuguese workers as they flood to an area called Great Yarmouth, really giving you a gritty, murky look at indentured labor and the conditions they work in. Um, and it was eye-opening for me because you usually see that from an African perspective, but these are Portuguese workers. But it's also the main character embodying having her own dreams and ambitions, and how you stick to your dreams even under difficult circumstances. And that's quite a universal theme. So that's one example.
Right, right. Okay, so now we're really looking forward to seeing the films. But before we talk about leading up to the 19th, which will be when the festival wraps up, let's talk about contributions, the Europe Film Festival and its contributions to South Africa's very own film culture and how it contributes to its growth as well.
Absolutely. I mean, this was our first time producing the festival.
Right.
We are the Encounter South African International Documentary Festival. I'm a director of that festival as well, and it's been around for 28 years. And this is a great way for us to expand the cinema culture of the country, to attract new youthful audiences. And I think it benefits all festivals, all film festivals, when we continuously improve film literacy and introduce new types of cinema to the country. For example, as part of this festival, you know, we are hosting a variety of screenings across different academic institutions, art groups and initiatives, local bioscopes, film clubs, with the aim of really attracting young audiences to cinema. It's a different kind of cinema, but for us, even at Encounters, one of our core mandate is audience development in the country, and this is an area that we're very passionate about.
Oh, that is very interesting. Audience development. Wow, very interesting. Cinematic journeys through the continents is what we're talking about when we talk about the 12th, almost said the 13th, the 12th European Film Festival that's making a return here in South Africa. And we are in conversation and about to wrap up our conversation with Mandisa Zitha, who is director of the European Film Festival here in South Africa. Mandisa, we've got 4 days to go before the festival wraps up. And I mentioned the city of Cape Town, the city of Johannesburg for the cities that are going to be covering this work. So talk to us about just the remainder of the festival and perhaps a bit of a guiding map as to how we can catch it.
Absolutely. I think what's lovely about the festival is that it is offered in person and online. So folks can stream it beyond the major city centers. You can stream it from Durban, from Northwest, from Limpopo. You can stream it from other Southern African countries like Malawi, Eswatini, and Lesotho. So it's actually a Southern African festival, which I love.
Nice.
If you cannot come to the festival in person at the Lobby in Cape Town and the Bioscope in Johannesburg, of which screenings are selling out fast. So I suggest people really book to stream online or organize watch parties, whatever they want to do. The online platform has limited screenings. So films like Unicorns, which is a great film from the production house of Trudy Styler, who produces all of Guy Ritchie's films, about a single father mechanic falling in love with a femme drag queen. That is still available online. So films like that are available online, but others can only be found in person.
Okay. If you go to Eurofilm Fest, dear listener, eurofilmfest.co.za, you'll be able to see all the flyers of the 10 films, okay, from the north to the Real Faces, Unicorns that Mandisa is talking about, and several others. They're all on the website. And of course, I'm guessing, Mandisa, that's a good place to also book our tickets, hey?
Yes, you can book tickets online. It will lead you to the different venues. For
Okay.
streaming, it is free. It is absolutely free. You just have to reserve your ticket before they sell out because it's limited screenings, and everything will end on Sunday.
Is she gone? Okay. We're at the tail end of our conversation in any case. This is such important work, storytelling at this level, and also just opening ourselves up as African people to the world of other filmmakers in the world, and open up for critique, but a positive kind of critique where we can share ideas and debate and get a bunch of philosophers and thinkers and filmmakers and artists and academics in the same room that can have these conversations that are so vital at this time. Because listen, we live in a global village, okay? So very important. Check it out. If you want to grab yourself a free ticket, you can go to eurofilmfest.co.za, and all the information that you need as to how you can stream, check out the screenings, information about the festival, etc. are online. Thanks again to Mandisa Zitha, who was joining us in her capacity as the Europe Film Festival director here in South Africa. It is 3:30.
Sports on